Money and the idea of its exchange through payments have evolved a lot from the time of its inception. From goods to grain, from metal coins to paper, from bank accounts to e-wallets, money has taken various shapes, sizes, and forms. But in an age of increasingly digital, global, and omni-channel payments, a number of pertinent challenges have emerged for each payment acceptance stakeholder. Operating on an international stage while keeping up with the pace of payments innovation is no mean feat. And the resultant market, it's hugely fragmented. So I caught up with the experts from Nexo Standards to hear how their vision of global standardization is coming to life. Claude, thank you so much for joining me. Tell me a little bit about Nexo Standards and why the initiative to create a unified global card payment acceptance ecosystem is so critical right now.
Shannon, first, it's a pleasure to be with you and thanks for your question. I will try to answer and to be very crystal clear, if I can. So, despite having the international standardization bodies, and also because we have new players entering in this ecosystem, having their own proprietary standards, it's quite difficult to reach true standardization and true interoperability needed in the payment ecosystem. Nexo Standards, at the end, is a for non-profit association made of all payment ecosystem stakeholders responsible to address these issues by providing an harmonized and standardized set of payment applications, specifications, we used to say Nexo Fast, that connect with a Nexo protocol. So that is to say Nexo Acquirer, Nexo Retailer, and Nexo Terminal Management System protocols.
So the payments acceptance world obviously faces several challenges, especially due to lack of standardization. How is Nexo solving for this issue?
That's a pretty good question. So Nexo today, Nexo Standards is a collaborative ecosystem that works with all payment stakeholders involved. That is to say, card schemes, acceptors, retailers. I do prefer retailers and merchants. Payment service providers and processors, and finally vendors. So, Nexo Standard is not just presenting to card scheme or vendors, but bringing towards and creating a compelling proposition in collaboration with the whole ecosystem. I have to say, we don't have customers with us, but we do consider that all the stakeholders involved have to serve their customers.
So what are the top benefits that companies see after joining Nexo?
Why you say after joining? When they decided to join, they have studied very seriously Nexo Standards benefits, but more seriously, I would say that first, regardless of where a stakeholder is sitting in the payment value chain, they all have customers to serve. They are working, and we are all working on customer benefits. As said, Nexo Standards members not only have a voice, but they are the ones developing the specifications and the protocols. Subway, as an example, who has more than 44,000 restaurants in more than 100 countries, shared with us last year at our annual conference in Paris that they have to support 110 bank connections with more than 110 different devices and having their own proprietary messages and way of connecting. At the end, result being $5 million US cost every year for them that Nexo would be resolving once their Nexo retailer solution would be deployed across the world.
You've had incredible momentum, and growth throughout Europe, but what other regions have expressed interest in Nexo?
you are right. We have, Nexo has a great momentum today. We started throughout Europe, but now our members are from North America, US and Canada, and we have with us almost from our beginning corporations like ACA, First Data, FIS, Visa International, MasterCard, just to name a few. We are also glad that some of the major corporations from Russia, NSPK, National System of Plastic Cards, owned by the Central Bank of Russia, and Asia, such as Alipay and Financial, have joined our association.
There's obviously a need for constant innovation within this space. What do you recommend to companies to stay ahead of the curve?
Frankly speaking, it's quite difficult for me to answer because I am not Nexo. They are Nexo standards. Look, the beauty of Nexo standards is that it is made of all members coming from the market, and open Nexo standards is open to all of them. And they are the ones able to understand and to answer to the needs of the market. And I think they are facing these challenges, these questions, and they are driving innovation. And I could say that through standardization, we stabilize the market, and they could propose a lot of additional services, and they have the aim, the capacity to develop innovation. That's my fear.
So bold prediction time. Where do you see this industry in 10 years, and what is next for Nexo standards?
I think it's a very nice boulevard for Nexo. I will try to answer with my own words. Today, expanding our reach in the retailer space with our Nexo retailer protocol, our next iteration, version 4.0, is an official 2022 protocol in line with Nexo others protocols. This is really important for us about making sure the work we do is never in isolation, but in collaboration with the full ecosystem to advance payment, acceptance, and promote standardization globally, expanding from card payment acceptance to payment acceptance more broadly, B2B, P2P, bank account, procure to pay, instant payments, integrating with other ISO 20 or 22 protocols, allows a full broadened scope for those implementing these messages, being financial, trade, or cards.
Well, I'm looking forward to Nexo Standards' continued expansion. Claude, thank you so much for your insights today.
I think it was an honor and a big pleasure for me. Have a nice day. Thank you, Shannon.
It's clear that Nexo Standards is well on the way to realizing its vision. For all stakeholders, the time is now to support open standards through collaboration to ultimately reach harmonization in a fragmented industry. From Medici Studio, I'm Shannon Rossick.